Hello, my name is Navigator, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something kind of interesting, something that I bet you really haven't thought about ever, but that's going to be how do legendary modules and legendary crafting, legendary script, legendary cores, how does it work in the sense of reality, or I guess within the reality of the game? Now, looking on YouTube, when I look up like what is legendary script, what comes up is just kind of like like tips and tricks for new players, stuff like that, going over like how to spend it, how like what it actually is in the sense of the game. But what I'm going to talk about today is what it is, like how you can put legendary effects on weapons in like a realistic sense, what legendary script is, how it can be a currency. I don't know. So this is going to be honestly a little bit of a hill to tackle because there's not a lot of information out there about this stuff. I mean, I really did look everywhere for this, all over the internet, all over like the wiki, stuff like that, and all it just says is like it's a currency in game. So I guess this gives me free reins to make some theories about this. But what I first want to start off with is legendary script itself. Let me see if I can zoom in on this with the field of view. Yes, I can. All right, so this is going to be a piece of legendary script. How does it work? I mean, all right, so this isn't what you use to put legendary modifications on your weapons. This is what you give to the purveyor to get legendary modules. So that brings the question, how does the purveyor spend this? How does she use this? What does she use this for? I don't understand. I guess the first thing I could talk about in that vein is going to be maybe legendary weapons. It's weird because you find legendary weapons and armor out in the wasteland, and they're already legendary-ified, but it's not like they're like naturally spawning or like growing legendary weapons. They must be coming from somewhere. So I guess it's a cycle of these legendary scripts, I guess, they get turned into the modifications that are legendary modules, maybe? Something like that. I really don't have an answer for it, but we can take a look at, I guess, the item itself, and maybe make some guesses. The first big things that come up is the small and the big, like, green little dots there. I'm wondering what those are. You can see there's kind of circuits and little, like, motherboards scattered around this, and I wonder if, maybe the legendary whatever is somehow encapsulated in these two little green things, something like that. I want to say it's a microchip, but, like, a microchip can't make a weapon's bullets explode or shoot another bullet. I don't know. It's so crazy. The next thing we could talk about, and I don't really have any like example to show you for anything, but it's gonna be legendary modules. I'll be sure to leave a picture link in the description of legendary modules and legendary cores if you want to take a better look at those. But that is what you actually use to create the legendary weapons. So what we can assume is, again, this legendary script is somehow made into legendary modules. Maybe the purveyor, like breaks them down, does something like that, and then turns them into specific modifications. And then I guess you might need the core to power such a legendary effect, like as opposed to, I mean, I don't know, a fusion core powering a basic set of power armor. Maybe there is more power required, or sorry, how should I term this? Maybe a legendary effect requires just as much power as a power armor, and that's why you need a legendary core for it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And like if you think about it realistically, like if you had, let's say, in real life, right in front of you, a combat rifle, and this is all full scale, a combat rifle, a legendary module, and a legendary core. I don't. Like, you can't, like, shove the fusion core into the gun. I mean, I understand how you can maybe put, like, a little module component on the weapon, or I guess inside the weapon, because it has to be some kind of interior modification, because we don't see, like, when you make a weapon legendary, it's not like you're pack-a-punching it, and there's, like, some new look to it. It's exactly the same. So I'm wondering how this works, and I wish that there really were some answers, and the best I can do right now is kind of just speculate. I'm trying to think of any other theories. I mean, I guess let's take a look at this again. Maybe I can think of something else. I really don't know. It's so crazy. This stuff is just so cool. If you're wondering where I am, I'm on the bottom of the Rusty Pick. I photo mode glitched through this fence here to get to here. I'm just so curious as to how this functions, because like you could think about it like in like a cyberpunk kind of sense. I'm trying to think of a game that would be similar to this, or like maybe like Ark, where it's like that little chip you have in your arm. But what I'm thinking is this would be something that you would like insert into a gun or something like that. I have no idea, but what what is definitely factual, must be factual, is that legendary script has to somehow be either turned into legendary modules, or the purveyor is, I don't know, she's like buying these legendary modules with this script, and I guess she's doing this with some like other company or other person who is looking for legendary script as some kind of currency. I have no idea, and honestly, I'm not going to continue to ramble on and make more, biased theories and stuff like that. But I figured this, oh, that's kind of interesting view roll. Oh, look at that. I don't know. I thought that this kind of brought up a pretty good question. You think about this stuff like my last video on how the Pip-Boy was powered. There's stuff that's like right in front of you, and it might just take a little bit more consideration to actually like think about how this stuff works, how this stuff is made, how it's powered, so on and so forth. So, folks, that is all I have for you today. I'm going to hop out of photo mode here. I hope you enjoyed the video. My name is Navigator. Have a nice day. Take care.